Welcome to CLB's digital series, Where Are We Now? I am your host, Jocelyn Hunter, CLB's Senior Director of Communications. Welcome, everyone. Thanks to our listeners for tuning in. In this episode, we will introduce you to a CLB youth alum and his mom. I am pleased to introduce Miles Little and his mom, Verlene Little. Welcome, Miles and Verlene, to Where Are We Now?
Good morning.
Good
Thank you so
morning.
much.
Thank you so much for having us.
You are very welcome, and we are excited to get to know you more and to formally introduce you to all of our listeners. To get started, Miles, can you describe for us how and when did you begin to receive services from CLB?
Well, I first started getting services from CLB when I was in the ninth grade. So that's when I started having bad and impaired. So I ended up getting it through my school, Washington Leadership Academy. And I started getting services like reading Braille. And then later on, I started getting orientation and mobility training. And that really helped a lot.
Wow, that's tremendous. You were ninth grade, start of your high school journey, and you began recognizing that you needed services to help you regain your independence.
Yes. Well, so during the ninth grade, because of the coronavirus, it was all online. So I was just getting like small services. Like she would come to my house and she would help me with graphing out math problems because that is kind of an issue, like doing geometry and all that stuff. So like she helped me try to understand the math problems and solve it in my own way.
That is a terrific example of the use and the ability and skill set of a teacher of the visually impaired. Thank you for sharing.
Hmm.
And it sounds like you had the opportunity to gain services even virtually. You mentioned during the pandemic, and then
Yep.
having that specialized, dedicated service rendered by Columbia Lighthouse for the Blind.
Yep, they always found a way to show up for me, whether it was online, in person, at the building itself. They always found a way to show up for me.
Well, thank you for sharing. That is a testament to CLV and our outstanding service providers. And to date, Miles, how have those services that you have just described, orientation and mobility, learning the really necessary skills for advancing in your math curriculum and other skills, your Braille, technology, how have those services, those skills that you gained, shaped your path?
Well, I feel like I am more prepared, I'm more competent, and I'm more capable. I'm capable of doing more things. Like I can go where I want whenever I want to. I'm capable of reading Braille, and I feel like I'm just really prepared for life now.
That's terrific. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
And prepared for life. Tell us
Yes.
about what is that life now? What is your current educational enrollment?
Well, right now I am enrolled in Howard University. I'm an incoming sophomore right now. And when it comes to CLB, I feel like nothing is holding me back from what I really want to do. My major is finance. I'm no different from any of the other students with my accommodations, and it feels great.
Congratulations. Rising sophomore at Howard University, right here in the nation's capital. That is quite a success. Congratulations to you, Miles, to you,
Thank you.
Mom,
Thank you.
Verlene. Miles, What advocacy skills have you gained, and have you been able to utilize any of those advocacy skills as you're there on campus, as you're meeting your professors, your roommates, your other peers?
Well, now that I'm like in college and it's pretty much me by myself, I've realized the importance of nobody's going to speak up for yourself unless you do. You're your first advocate.
Very well said. And it's necessary that you do continue to utilize that skill and to hone in on that confidence that you have deeply embedded within you, but also that confidence that has come from the skills that you've gained from capable service providers here at Columbia Lighthouse for the Blind.
Of course, right.
Verlene, we're gonna talk to you a little bit. Tell us about what advice you would give to parents, to caregivers, to guardians out there listening.
I think that parents should be very supportive of their child in every way possible. Try not to, although it can be hard, try not to place your fears on them. It could be simple as, Miles might want to go out, hang out for the night and use Uber alone. Know that he'll be safe and he can take care of himself and he has the tools to do that. Another one is being sensitive to the needs of a person with a vision disability. Make it easy for them. It doesn't have to be difficult. If you see where you can help and they're open to being assisted, by all means help. It doesn't mean that you're being a crutch to them. Why struggle when you don't have to?
That's great input and advice, Verlene. Thank you so much. And it reminds me of our volunteer program here at Columbia Lighthouse for the Blind. We recruit and train and retain one-on-one volunteers to serve our community, largely by helping with mail reading, errands to the grocery store, and visiting. And it's a very similar mindset that I try to instill and guide in our volunteers, that they can properly give support to our community and knowing how to do such. So that's very helpful. Thank you, Verlene.
Sure.
And Miles, again, thank you and your mom, Verlene, for your participation in this latest episode of CLB's Where Are We Now?
Of course.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. This has been such a great conversation. And Miles, you do us so proud.
Oh,
We
of
are
course.
Yes, he does.
elated that you are one of our alums and you represent our community so well.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
And I'm sure that you will inspire even more people who are listening, or people who are listening and will pass this along and share it with others.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And for our listeners, please contact CLB at clb.org or give us a call at 240-737-5100 to learn more about CLB and our services. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.